Hello, 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 everyone. Hey, Clutch fam. I missed you guys. Long time no see. It's been a minute. But welcome to another Kingdom Connect. So today we have a very special guest. We always have special guests, but today we have a very special guest. My friend Breonna Vereen. She is the owner of Imani Cowrie, which I am a brand ambassador for. Okay, so today we're going to talk about kingdom influence and hear a little bit about her testimony and how she is making a great impact in the fashion and accessory world. So let me go ahead and invite her on here. Hopefully technology Hey Bree.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Oh my goodness, you look gorgeous. Yes,
So do
ma'am.
you?
20. Yes.
20. Yes.
No, oh my gosh, the hair, the everything. Oh my
Thank
gosh, you're
you.
so beautiful.
Thank
As
you.
always. Good
Exactly.
morning. I know. It's so good to have you on here. I was telling the Clutch fam that I am brand ambassador for this amazing brand. And I was a fan. Okay. Before I became a brand ambassador, y'all, I was a fan of this brand. The pieces are gorgeous, sustainable, all of the things, and we'll get into more of that later on in the conversation. But as I was saying, this is Bree, and she is the owner of Imani Cowrie, and I will let her introduce herself and just say a little bit about who she is and all of the things that she does.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me. I'm Breonna Vereen, the founder of Imani Cowrie Jewelry Collection, where we make 3D printed earrings for women who love statement earrings but hate stretched earlobes. So
Mhm.
definitely check us out. We're online at imanicowrie.com. We do a lot of events. We're everywhere. You can find us. And a bit about myself. I'm a believer. I am a mom. I have a 7-year-old girl. uh, and yeah, I'm just super passionate about creating. And I love that I get to create for a living.
Yes, that's amazing. And you are a champion of women. So like even your brand in itself, the fact that you create jewelry that is sustainable and that is lightweight, because we be wearing these big old heavy chunky earrings like tearing our ears up, okay? So thank you for championing women who like
It's a
to
real
have,
problem.
it's a real problem. People don't understand, especially if you have like long hair or big hair. I've always had big hair. Like I've always had a head full of hair. So to have earrings that people can actually see, but they not tearing on my earlobes is a thing. Okay. So thank you so much. So yes, this Kingdom Connect is all about the kingdom. If you guys have never tuned into a Kingdom Connect, this is all about highlighting kingdom preneurs in the marketplace. And so I always like to get started with your testimony. So how did you begin your journey with Jesus?
Oh yeah. I come from a family who has been in the church. Um, started young, going to church with my parents, my grandparents. But I would say my journey has started multiple times.
Yep, they
But I
do.
had to
Yep.
find God for myself. I'm a little stubborn, so I had to, we've had a lot of powwows, but I would say I really got serious about my life with God and as a believer when I was in the military. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just being so far away from home, I was stationed in Great Falls, Montana, which
Mm-hmm.
is, I don't know, if your followers are, aware or familiar with that, but it was completely different than everything I knew before.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got close to the community there, at a friend in church, and the church was really small. Up until that point, I'd only been to like big churches. I wouldn't say mega churches, But I was
Yeah.
used to going to a big church where, they didn't know if I wasn't there the next Sunday. So there was no
Mm-hmm.
accountability. So I went to this church where I was going with friends who I was stationed with, and then, the culture of military, people are in and out. There was a season where all my friends, they shipped out, and I'm there.
Mm.
When I say I'm the congregation
Yeah. Oh,
with a few
wow.
older people, but I felt
Uh-huh.
like that season was so necessary because it forced
Yep.
me to be involved. They were looking at me like, well, are you going to do this? And it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and then, it
Yeah.
called for a lot more responsibility. And then with that responsibility came wow, you probably need to know more or get in your Bible
Mm-hmm.
more because there's only so many times you can say, oh, well, I didn't know this, or I never
Yep.
was this involved. There was only so many excuses I could make. So
Yep.
I feel like that season really, really changed things for me. And then there will be
Mm-hmm.
other seasons since then,
Yep.
but that was a very pivotal season for me.
Wow, that's crazy. I love how and she is a veteran, by the way. Thank you for your service, Miss Bree. But I love how God kind of just like basically put the onus on you. Like he's very gentle, but he's also very like, okay, like it's time to get off the milk. It's time to mature. Like,
Hmm.
and I want you to be an evangelist. Like I want you to be like the catalyst for other people like wanting to know more and learn more about me. So that's kind of cool. You became like a mini preacher in that season, huh?
Girl, I became something.
Yes, but that's all good. That's how he
Yeah.
develops us and like I guess draws us closer to him and
Yeah.
then shows us like we are disciples as well. Like we are fishers of men. So it's
Hmm.
not just our pastor's responsibility, it's not our group leader's responsibility. It's our responsibility to preach the gospel to people as well. So I love how he did that for you. That's an amazing testimony. And so when you got out of the military, did you always like know that you had like a knack for creating jewelry or like creating or like how did you begin your journey with starting Imani Cowrie?
I am so sorry. A call came through, and I think I
Oh no,
missed part of your question.
it's okay. No, I hate when that happens. It always happens. And most of the time it's my husband. I'm like, you know I'm on live. Come on now. But yeah, so after the military, like, did you always have a knack for like creating? Did you always want to get into jewelry making? What inspired you to start Imani Cowrie?
Yeah, well, according to my parents, I had my first business in kindergarten. It was
Oh,
definitely elementary. I would, find things and try to sell them, like
mm-hmm.
nothing was safe. And so they always joke about that, like I was trying to sell stuff, didn't know how to price it,
That
things
is
like that.
funny. So you was
Um,
taking stuff from the house and trying to sell it at school? I love it.
yeah, trying to sell it back to my
I
parents,
love it. Yes.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
My first official business, I think it was in third grade. Our teacher,
Mm-hmm.
or second or third grade, our teacher had us create these yarn wallets.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I made a business out of it. I literally came home,
Wow.
got some more yarn, and I had my friends making wallets for me too.
Oh my goodness. So you
Was
had a
a
little whole shop, sweatshop and everything. I love it.
had it going. But it's funny because those things you don't. My
Mm-hmm.
parents aren't entrepreneurs or business,
Mm-hmm.
owners or anything like that. So I didn't see it as necessarily
Yep.
business. I
Mm-hmm.
saw it as money,
Yep.
income and
That
money.
part.
So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I like that. I always have been able to, find ways to, bring in the income. And the jewelry started about probably, well, I think I started making jewelry in elementary, to be honest. But it,
Mm-hmm.
it really started taking shape as a business probably in high school because I
Yeah.
had always made jewelry for myself. My grandma had locks when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved locks. I couldn't wait till I was
Oh.
ready to lock up. Well, now you can lock up in the military, but when I was in there,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But she would put cowrie shells in my hair
Oh.
when I
Mm-hmm.
was young. Every summer, I had the booty braids. Couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah. That's
She would put
right. Uh-huh.
she put the shells in my hair, hence the name Imani Cowrie. Those were my
Mm-hmm.
very first pair of earrings that I ever made were out of cowrie shells. So I would just make
Wow.
them and make it. And then, as I got older, like I always gravitated towards like big earrings, big statement
Mm-hmm.
things. and I
Mhm.
have really little ears, very
Yeah.
very little ears. I don't think they finished developing. And
Mhm.
my mom would be like, "You gonna stretch your ears? You gonna break your ears with those
Mhm.
earrings?" So I would take earrings or break them apart, try to make them into things that I've seen that were lighter.
Oh
So that's
wow.
how it started. At one point, I was even making laminated earrings. My mom had a laminator, and I was
What?
printing things and making. That's a whole story. I actually
Oh
ended up
my goodness.
got some shout out time on 106 Park for those earrings.
Wow.
But yeah, I started making it there, and then it really took off in college when I went to Howard
Mhm.
University. Just being in a big city like that,
Yep.
and being known for something in college, I
Mhm.
always, and if there's any college listeners or anyone going to college, I'd encourage them to
Yep.
your friends are trying to do the same. Everybody's trying to build their portfolio at the same
Yep.
time. May
Mhm.
not, I didn't think of it like that, but my friends were my photographers, my models,
Yep.
my event
Mhm.
promoters,
Yep.
they were at everything. And so I had so many opportunities at that time, even got in a few stores, did DC Fashion
Mhm.
Week. And I just, at that during that whole time, I still never saw it as a business, as my bread and
Mhm.
butter, because I didn't really see examples of handmade, I never, but while I was in the military, and I hope I'm answering your question because I'm just
Yeah.
talking
No,
for.
oh no, this is amazing. Yes. Please tell us,
But,
take us on your journey, please.
but
Yes.
while I was in the military, like the whole time, I knew I wanted to get out and do business. Didn't know
Mhm.
in jewelry, but the whole time I was in, people were, people who had either purchased earrings from me or knew me for making earrings were messaging me like, "Hey, can I get some earrings? Hey, can you do this?" And it just,
Wow.
yeah, it never like, I thought, because I think I even deleted my Instagram page after
Mhm.
college, because I was like, I'm going in the military. Um, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to stay in the military. Like it was a
Mhm.
vehicle for me, but
Yep.
I just saw a business. I still want to make jingles. You know, Grew
Yes.
up watching
Come
the Williams
on.
brothers, Jamie Foxx. Like I
Come
wanted,
on, Jingle 2000. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
I like marketing. Before I even knew what the term was, and so I was like, I knew I
Uh-huh.
wanted the business, but it's funny how I always had the jewelry. It just never left. People always. So when I in a roundabout way, and I could get to that. I came back to the jewelry, and I'm still growing, as still figuring it out. But God has
Mhm.
provided every step of the way, and
Amen.
yeah, I love it.
I love that. Yeah, so I'm a firm believer if you just take that first step, and I love how you weren't initially saying, "Hey, this my business, like this gonna turn into this and that." Like you genuinely were just doing something that you loved and that you were talented at, and then people started coming to you. So
hmm
I love how God kind of does that. He always he like gives us a plan for our purpose before we even know what our purpose is. So that's
hmm
amazing. I was gonna ask you something else about Imani Cowrie. So can
hmm
you explain for the Clutch fam like what does Imani Cowrie mean? So it's such a beautiful meaning. So I just wanted you to explain what it means and where you got that name from.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. I'm gonna give you the meaning and give some background. But Imani means faith in Swahili.
Mhm.
And that's what we believe in. That's what guides us. And then cowrie is a type of shell. As I was saying, my grandma used to put that in my hair, and that was my very first pair of earrings were out of cowrie shells. Before
Mhm.
I got into 3D printing, I had cowrie shells in all of my jewelry. Um,
Yeah.
but it's funny because I came up with the name in high school. I found out Imani meant faith. And it's so crazy how things happen because God really ordained that name. I don't even know
Mhm.
at the time if I knew Imani meant faith. I can't remember. But when I went on to college, I ended up taking Swahili. And I'll be honest, I took it
Mm.
because the Spanish classes were full.
Yeah. Oh
I
wow.
was
So it was an
registering late.
accident.
Yeah, I was registering late. You're trying to find something easy.
Yep. Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool, great. Swahili. So I got super excited about that.
Mhm.
Imani is in Swahili. I ended up my
Mhm.
freshman year taking Swahili. I loved the class, loved the teacher. I can't say that I was good at it. I'm still
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
But my teacher loved me, and I loved
Yes.
her. I was, excited to be in school, and excited to be in her class. And she had
Mhm.
a trip that year to Kenya, and it was for like Swahili level 3 and up. So I didn't qualify.
Wow.
This is my first year,
Oh.
But she was like, Mwanafunzi, I mean student. She was like, I want you to come meet my family. And I was like, bet, let's
Yes.
do it.
Yes, favor.
Literally, it all came about. I'm
Wow.
there, barely knowing Swahili, but I was there for a
Wow.
month, got immersed in the culture, and it was just such a beautiful experience because
Mhm.
I remember going to the markets and meeting some of the people who were making jewelry, uh, making all kind of things, and they were so
Mhm.
resourceful. They were like
Yep.
making bags out of rice bags. They were making
Yep.
shoes out of tires,
Mhm.
earrings, out of these beads that I used to order to make my earrings.
Mhm.
And they were makers. It was just like
Wow.
makers, and so to me, it was like, whoa, like it was like
Mhm.
a it was it refueled me and like just made me
Yeah.
even more passionate about what I did to see them have so much pride in making. And so I started naming all of my pieces like Swahili names because I felt like it
Wow.
was such an inspiration. And it was my first,
Mhm.
believe it or not, my first flight was coming home for, I'm sorry. I keep
That's
going.
okay. You popular. You busy. You a booked and busy lady. Okay, we understand, businesswoman.
My first flight ever was coming home, I think either Thanksgiving or Christmas break of my freshman year. And then
Oh
my second
wow.
my second flight ever was going to Kenya.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my
Wow.
yeah, I was like out here. And it was just a really cool experience. I'll never forget that. And I don't want to ever
Mhm.
forget it. So I started naming the
Yeah.
pieces after. One day I hope to be fluent. But it's
Yes.
just like my ode to, the culture, what I learned and just
Mhm.
that validating my gift.
That's amazing. Like that's such a beautiful like and God is so good. Like you didn't even qualify for the trip. But
Hmm.
he said, "Come on, I want to show you something." Like and he
That's my
showed you
story of
like
my life.
wow. He said, "I
Story of
want
my
to show you
life.
something." Like he told who was that? Elijah? No, it wasn't Elijah. Ezekiel, one of them. He told him, "Come up here. Come up here. I want to show you something." Hey,
Hmm.
Ariska.
Hey.
Yeah, that's so crazy. So
Yeah.
you didn't even qualify for the trip. Then you go to Kenya and have this basically a life changing, like life altering experience that caused you to like move forward, like with purpose in your business. So
Hmm.
not only like it's not just about making money, it's like I'm a maker, like I'm a creator, like this is what God created me to do, even
Yeah.
from a little girl. So that is so beautiful. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
And it's so funny because I really think when I put Imani and Cowrie together at the time, I was looking at brands that had the two names. And I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's cute.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Imani part of it came
Yes.
like it was solidified later, like in
Mhm.
trying to be a business, trying to grow and to really do this. It was like, how
Mhm.
dare you not have faith? It's in your name.
Yes.
You feel it,
Mhm.
what I mean? And I'm like, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Every time
Yes.
I slip up, it's like, all right.
And we have to have like as entrepreneurs, as anybody doing anything outside of the status quo, like you have to have faith. Like
Yes.
without faith, like you can do nothing. Without faith, you can't even please God. And then without faith, without works, your faith is dead. So it's like you have to take those steps of faith in order to grow and move forward. So
Hmm.
I absolutely, that's just amazing. Like, and I didn't even know that. And that's just so beautiful, and that inspires me, like, just to keep going, because it's like God has you here for, a reason and a season and a purpose. So,
Hmm.
and so when you create your pieces, I know they're all Swahili names, but what what inspires your creative design for like each piece, like are you thinking of a specific message that you want to portray, or like what inspires your designs when you're creating the pieces?
Yeah, a variety of things. My first 3D printed collection, I don't have them all right now. But there was the Kazo collection. So it was like a front piece and a
Mm-hmm.
back piece. They look like gauges.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually a daydream. I had a
Mm.
daydream probably in a class I was supposed to pay attention to. Yeah, and I just, ended up finding out. I kind of made the design with beads.
Mhm.
Um, but then I found out about what was it? No, I went on Craigslist because I was really I was really into Craigslist in college.
Mhm.
I got gigs and
We
all.
all were. Yes.
Listen, I don't know if this is safe now, but back then
Right.
I found
Don't
out
do it now. No. No.
right. I found out that they had like this section on there where you could hire people to do something,
Mhm.
create something for you. And one day I was like, let me see if somebody can like make this idea because this earring I had
Mhm.
made out of beads, I wanted to make it differently and I wanted to make it two parts.
Mhm.
And I asked if this guy could do it for me, if he could injection mold it.
Mhm.
And he did. I don't even know if I have the guys. It was so many years ago.
Mhm.
And he did. He sent me these earrings of like a prototype of my first
Yeah.
Tazo collection, injection molded. He sent it to me. I loved them, but they were heavy.
Oh
But
yeah.
at the time, I was like, oh, it was before I was like I am now, and
Mhm.
lightweight earrings or whatnot. I was just like, ooh, like great. Can you make 1,000 of them? I'm like, I'm about to be rich. And he said, no. He said, no, ma'am. But you should look into 3D printing. And
Mm.
it was like 2012,
Mhm.
2013. What is a 3D printer? I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that? I, Google it and they're like $10,000 and up. And I'm like, well,
Wow.
I'm in college, and so
Right.
yeah, I put that on pause, but it was always really cool to me. The pieces that he made that they were injection molded. I remember having my friends like, look at it and model it and everything. And so that was probably like going into my senior year of
Mhm.
college when that idea was plugged into me, but I kind of put it on pause because I was going into the military and I was like, well,
Yep.
afford it. But while I was in the military, I started researching it more, learning,
Mhm.
teaching myself like the software and how to design on there. And
Yep.
over the course of those 4 years, it evolved and there's more access, so I was able to get a kit, build my printer.
Wow.
Yeah, it took a while, but and like, it's just amazing because, I'm not a technical person.
Mhm. Yep.
I don't know how much you gauged from working with me, but I'm not like a engineer,
Yeah.
by, education.
Mhm.
But I think I was given this ability or this gift for 3D printing solely so that I could say it's not me, it's God.
Yes,
Because
that
I don't
part.
have no, yeah. And it's funny that you say, like what inspires me. I do have, the daydreams and um I don't know, it's like I can see a piece and put it together. But
Mhm.
I'll be honest, like with my 3D printing, a lot of my earrings, and I'll grab an example on this. Oh, the one she has on. Those were a mistake.
Yes. Yes. I love
They,
those. And
the
those are
loose
like anytime anybody sees those at a market, they'll be like, "Oh my
it draws them
goodness."
in. Those were a mistake.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's
Wow.
not what I was going for at all, and that's what I mean when I'm self-taught when it comes to the design. Um, because on the software that you use, you have to put in these measurements. You got to know the
Mhm.
y-axis, all the stuff
Oh
I've
Lord.
never excelled
Yeah.
at, right?
Mhm.
Um, and that's how like so I go in there with, oh, this is how I want it to be, and
Mhm.
I go because you're doing it digitally, go to print, and I'm like, that's not what I meant, but I see an earring. So
Yes.
it's so funny because I think if it was the other way around and I was in
Mhm.
here or something and
Yep.
I made the design and it didn't come out that way, I would have
Yep.
like instantly, went in and tried to correct, tweak it,
Mhm.
make it. But it's like I see an earring out of it, and I think it's because
Yes.
it's almost like a gift to not have that background.
Yep.
And so it's like I don't know, it's something that comes when I have the pieces, putting it
Mhm.
together, making it something. Or sometimes it's just as simple as I used to. I like my legs.
Mhm.
One time I had a skirt, with a little
Yes,
slit, and I
legs.
made a thigh
Mhm.
chain because I wanted
Yes.
something right there. So it was
Mhm.
like did it one time just going out, and then I got orders just based off of me just making it because I wanted something. So the
Wow.
inspiration, it just comes like that. But I have to say it's not me.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
good. What did it say? He qualifies the call. He doesn't call the qualified. Like he will literally
Mhm.
like give you like supernatural wisdom on how to do
Mhm.
whatever he is ordaining purpose for you to do on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And he gives you vision as well. So I love that you have had a daydream about your first piece. Like that's amazing. And I can attest to that. Like sometimes God will give me different visions. Like when I started the Arise and Shine prayer gathering, he gave me a vision of like women gathering and stuff. I was like, okay, God, oh that's cool, but I don't know how we're gonna do this, but that's cool. So like
Right.
that's like it's a faith
Mhm.
journey. It's like he giving you the
Yes.
vision, you just take those steps to bring it to fruition and he helps you along the way.
He
Like he
does.
literally provided everything for you to, start your business and to like have it custom, like to have a custom printer specifically tailored for you. Like that's if they don't tell you that God is a good father, I don't know what will. Like he is a
Yeah.
good father to like tailor something specifically for you to
Yes.
be able to, put things out to the masses. So that's so beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
in what ways do you think your pieces like inspire the kingdom or a kingdom influence in the marketplace?
Yeah, as far as kingdom influence, definitely just by, my transparency,
Mm-hmm.
like just showing that, like you said earlier, he qualifies the called. That in itself is just a testament to how God uses us and how we're all vessels, like
Mm-hmm.
all of our gifts and things, and sometimes, I think we're looking for this moment, like
Yeah.
this is what you're
Mm-mm.
supposed to do, but it's like what you're already doing, what you're good at, what people are coming to you for,
Yep.
and starting there and just
Mm-hmm.
seeing it through.
Yeah, that's so
Mhm.
good. And I love it because like whenever I tell people like what the name of it means, like what does Imani Cowrie mean? And then I immediately tell them even just the faith part alone
Yeah.
is like it's like preaching the gospel almost. It's like it's a seed being planted. Okay.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
this is about faith. This is a faith based jewelry brand.
Hmm.
Somebody said, hey best friend, Martin what
Well, Martinica.
Martinica. I didn't want to mess up her
Hey,
name.
hey,
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 girl.
girl.
Hey.
I can't see who's coming in, but
Okay.
yay!
Yes. So glad you joined us. Your
Oh
friend
wait,
is
I
amazing.
can. Is it the
You
people? Oh no,
can?
those are filters. No, sorry, those are filters. I was like, look at the. Oh, I changed
See?
my filter. Oops.
No, it's all good. Look, you done created something else by just playing around. You are a true creative.
I sound so. I'm.
No, you are a true creative for real. Hey, girl. Hey, hey, Patrice.
Hey,
Okay,
Patrice.
I always got to give a shout out to Patrice because let me tell y'all something. This
Oh
lady
yes.
right here, like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even know you for real.
Yes. I mean,
I,
honestly, us meeting is just a testament to
hmm
God because we've never
yes.
met.
We've never met. That we
But
have never met in person,
in
y'all.
person,
We have never met in person. But one day
I'm
soon.
we're changing.
I
I'm changing
believe
that soon. Changing it
Yeah, I
soon.
believe it's gonna happen in 2026 for sure,
Yes,
before the
for
end of
sure.
2026. But yeah, so the Faith Boss. If you have never heard of the Faith Boss, y'all make sure y'all go follow the Faith Boss in the Faith Boss community here on IG. Like this is God ordained. Like when I say Kingdom Connections, this is a Kingdom connection. Like in
Yeah.
real life. Okay, so this is a testimony to Kingdom Connections. That is how I met this beautiful lady, Breonna, through the Faith Boss community. And like I said, I was a fan, y'all. We got room here in Dallas. Come on, Bree. Yes. Patrice said we got room. Come to Texas. Come on.
Yes.
It's better in Texas. But yes, that's how I met her. And like I said, I was a fan of her work before I started to be a brand ambassador for her. And
Thank you.
I ain't never turning back, okay? I got to be. I got to be. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
thank you.
And so you in a law not only is your brand like Kingdom Marketplace Ministry, but it's also sustainable, okay?
Mhm.
So it's good for the earth. So how did you get into making sustainable like jewelry? Like, and who in this day and age, I don't think people be really thinking about that. So what made you say, hey, I'm gonna make this not only lightweight, but I'm also make it sustainable for the earth?
Yeah, it found me.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. But like learning about 3D printing, and the material that I have to use, it
Mhm.
comes it's biodegradable. And so
Yes.
I was like, oh wow, even better. I'm creating with
Mhm.
these materials. But again, like ever since I've been making since day one, I've always been breaking things, putting them back
Mhm.
together. So I think when it comes to, sustainable and everything, it's always about like using and reusing. We don't have to
Yes.
throw things away, like keep
Mhm.
take the chain, remake it,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
yeah, so that and just challenging myself to sometimes it's harder, but like
Yeah.
use things like even like our bags, making sure those are
Mhm.
recyclable,
Mhm.
or reuse previously used plastics,
Yeah.
like, things like that. So we can keep everything eco-friendly.
Yes.
Gotta do our
No.
part. And I'm still
That
learning.
part.
Yeah,
Mhm.
still learning as I go, but I'm happy and I'm actively trying to contribute to that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like, and I don't think people, they have a term called fast fashion. Like, I
Hmm.
don't think people understand like that most of the stuff that we wear is fast fashion and it's not sustainable. It's not good for the earth, even the way that it's processed and the way that it's made. Like, we're basically depleting like we are contributing to our earth being a dump.
Yeah.
So, like, I just want to commend you and give you kudos on that for like using and like you said, it's harder but it's worth it. Like,
Yes.
we're
Hmm.
trying to protect this earth that God has given us, because we don't want to contribute to the waste. I'm a firm believer in not wasting anything. Okay, so thank you so much for that. I just wanted to make sure I highlighted that piece.
Thank you.
um and so you told us about your beautiful journey. It's been amazing. So what advice would you give creatives who want to start a business but they're not sure, like I don't know if God is calling me to do this. I don't know if this fits into my purpose. Like, what would you say to them if they're like creative, they have a thought about something but they're just not sure how to move forward with it?
Okay. Yeah. They have an idea, but they're not sure how to move forward.
Yeah, they haven't. Like, they're creative, like you were. You've always been creative. You've always been like not afraid to take things apart and
Yeah.
do different things. So, like, what advice would you give them that they want to start a business but they're just not sure how, like, it's gonna fit into their overarching purpose?
Oh, okay. If you haven't started anything yet, the simplest thing I can say is start and see what
Mhm.
sticks. Like do
Mhm.
everything. Even now, when I get in like a just a creative funk, I'm doing things. I make picture frames with my daughter. We'll like cook a new
Mhm.
recipe,
Yep.
and it might give me inspo for like a color that I want to do on
Mhm.
the earring. Like a color combination or, a name of a collection. But you have to do. And I think maybe that's my take on like faith without works is dead. Is you have to be
Yep.
in movement. Like you
Yep.
can't just sit and it
Mm-mm.
happens. You have to
Yep.
happen. you have to,
Yep. That part.
you have to make it happen. So, yeah. And then also something else, there's a quote by, ooh, who said it? I don't know who said it. Well, one of my favorite quotes, or yeah, one of my favorite quotes is, "Nothing bad happens to me. It's all a learning
Mhm.
road."
Yep.
So, everything that you're going through, like in
Mhm.
your journal, maybe in your prayer, ask why or like where it's leading you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And apply that in what you're doing, what you're creating, because you never know. I mean, when I started doing this again, I was making this for myself. It was very much
Mhm.
self. You know
Yep.
what I mean? But what's
Yep.
come out of it is so much bigger than I could have ever imagined because,
Mhm.
people come to me and they're like, oh man, I wore these for my breast cancer photo shoot. And it
Mhm.
means this to me. And I'm like, whoa.
Yep.
What I thought
Mhm.
was just earrings is, it has such a deeper meaning or such a powerful. This is the woman who just came out of this major transition, and she decided to carry me with her in a sense. So these
Yep.
earrings in her new boldness, or
Yep.
even getting to work with you, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
like just it just opens so many doors, and so
Mhm.
like you just never know what is on the other side of, your obedience and just taking action.
Yes, that's right. Just take the first step. Like, don't doubt yourself. Don't
Hmm.
compare yourself to other
Hmm.
people because there's a
Right.
million people out there making earrings, but ain't nobody
Mhm.
making earrings like
Mhm.
you. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
like just go and take that first step, that first leap of faith to do that. And you've been through a lot of stuff too. We don't have to go deep into like your journey, but you did recently share your testimony about how like you've gone through some things to where you weren't able to like physically put your hands in your business, but you
Yeah.
had people to carry you. I don't know if you want to just touch on that just a little bit for encouragement for people, because some people might be going through that right now. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Oh yeah, for sure. And for some context, I just had brain surgery in December, and previously diagnosed with multiple sclerosis as well. So I've been navigating this journey of health and seeing, how that fits into my life, right? Because we
mhm,
we have a life, and then life happens, and it's
that
like, oh
part.
shoot, like things
Hmm.
change. But throughout it all, I'm just so grateful because what are the odds, or like, like how uh thoughtful is God to have put,
Hmm.
you and Jaleesa in my life prior to something like this happening, where I could still be visible at events while I'm
Yeah.
taking some time off. Um,
Hmm.
and the fact that I'm even in business, because,
Yeah.
something I've run into with prior to the brain surgery, just even having MS, is I can look like this and I could be having a really bad day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine the amount of days that I was down bad last year
Yeah.
would not have translated into me keeping a job. I can't see how
Wow.
they would have excused me, with pay. So
Hmm.
I'm just like, I'm so grateful, I might not be where I want to be with the business, or, like what I see where
Yeah.
I should be. But, I got to still show up for my daughter at school. I
Yeah.
got to make get some help with my health, because when I was in the military, I used to work a job that was like, I would work 24 to 36 hours. Well, usually 24-hour shifts, right?
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, it was an interesting job, but there were a lot of times when I was so busy with work and everything I had going
Hmm.
on that if I'm sick or something wasn't feeling right, I
Yeah.
just had to press on. You know what I mean? I wouldn't
Wow.
take any time off. I can't imagine how I was in this past season with that job. So I feel
Hmm.
like, I'm like, what if I hadn't taken a leap of faith and decided to go forward with the business? Where would I be? You know what I mean? What would that
Yeah.
have been for me, like employment wise? And so I'm
Yep.
just like, I'm so grateful. It's just like, what am I trying to say? Um, Lost my whole train of thought. I just had
No,
brain
that's
surgery, y'all.
nah, don't blame it on the surgery. Don't blame it on the surgery now.
My daughter be like, "Ma, that was like a month ago, 2 months ago. Cut
She's like, oh,
it."
we passed that, Mom. You can't use that no
Right.
more.
But listen, I'm gonna use that excuse. But
That's
but yeah,
funny.
long story
Hmm.
short, I mean, it's just I'm just grateful because he prepared me before this season,
Amen.
before it even happened, and there's just been so many blessings that have come through it and after it that I just could not
Hmm.
have imagined. And I needed the season to rest and to hear
Yeah.
him. Because once again, like when you're going through something like that, it's like,
Hmm.
unfortunately, fortunately, it takes those times to bring
Yep.
it back in and bring you back closer to God. Because
Hmm.
I'm knowing the surgery's approaching. I'm in my word, like God,
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, but I'm super grateful for it all.
That is amazing. Like that's so encouraging and so inspiring. Like, and if that don't bless you, I don't know what will. Cause that just blessed my heart right there. Like, first of all, take the leap of faith. If God is telling you to do something, do not stay stuck in your inner thoughts. Just move. Okay, move. That's number one. Okay.
Just get
Number
going.
two, just get going. Number two is don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, you have to have people in your corner that are gonna help you and like you said, keep you visible when you are not able to be visible.
Mhm.
Number three, rest is essential, okay, and strategic, okay. And I just posted that in my group. I have a group for faith-based virtual assistants, and I literally just posted that yesterday. That rest is strategic, and it's a mandate from God. In my study of Genesis, like God had me go back and study like the creation, and he actually, that Sabbath rest day, he actually blessed, he made that a covenant with us. So the
Mm-hmm.
Sabbath is a covenant. Like, we have to keep our bargain and our end of the bargain in resting, because that's a covenant. Just like he rested on the seventh day, he commands us to rest, because that's a promise that he gave us, that we can rest. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you don't have to
Yes.
be, hustle, 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 go, go, go. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
can rest and he will sustain you. Okay. And this lady is living proof. I'm living proof. So, like, this is just amazing. And I just thank God for you.
Thank
I
you. I'm
thank
thankful
God
for
for
you.
you. You are such an amazing blessing. And Imani Cowrie has been like an amazing blessing in my life. Just being able to say that I'm a brand ambassador for such a great company, that's authentic, that champions other people, and that just loves on, their community, is like more than I can say. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of this amazing company and this amazing brand. And like, the way I see it, every time I see people with hooks on TV, I'm like, they need some of my cars. Okay, who can I
Listen,
write in? Who can I email?
right.
Okay, to tell them that they need to have some Imani Cowries on. Okay, because that's the way I see it. I see this as a global, like, brand, and we're gonna start seeing the Tabitha Browns and the who else? All them, we're gonna start seeing people with Imani Cowrie on, and we just had Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Okay,
Prophet Cobbs on the album
yeah,
cover at
on
that.
the album cover,
Yeah.
y'all. Okay, on the album cover. So that's only the beginning. That was only just a glimpse of what God is gonna do with this brand. And so
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for you, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. And I'll be looking for that Imani Cowrie jingle. Okay, so I'm a
I need to make it happen. I've been asleep on it, but yeah.
yes, we need to make it happen. Okay, I'm gonna be in the lab, so I'm gonna be in my closet and be like, Imani Cowrie. I'm gonna be trying to. I'm gonna
Put some bars together.
We're gonna try to put some bars together. Okay, we need to make this happen. We need a theme song. Okay, but yes. So tell us what you have coming up. What you have coming, where people can come and get some in person. Of course, we're online, but what we have coming up?
Yes. First of all, thank everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Natasha, again.
Yes, thank you.
Um, we have a few events coming up. We got the Hustle Blends, built by Her Market. It's just tomorrow, and
Yes,
pending for the 28th as well.
yes,
So make sure you join us there. That is a great establishment. Come,
yes,
celebrate the faith, get you some statement earrings and some great coffee. It's
yes.
going to be
Get
a
you some
great
of that good
time.
hustle blends coffee. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And then on the East Coast, April 6th and 7th, we're going to be doing a pop up at Charleston Air Force Base.
Hmm.
So definitely, if you have base access, put it on your calendars. Come out and see us. We have a spring drop that's going to be coming soon. That date will be released soon. I'm so
Ooh,
excited for the colorway. It's beautiful.
ooh,
Yeah, we got a lot of things in the works. So
yes.
some things I still got to share with you.
Okay. Ooh,
Some new
I'm
things. I'm
excited.
excited. Yeah. So
Yes,
a lot of excitement, but definitely make sure you support. I know you're gonna have a lot of Fort Worth people on here, so make sure y'all
yes,
come out to Hustle Blends. Yeah, check us out.
yes.
Come look at our
Please.
pieces in person. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and let
Yes, if
our
you are.
amazing ambassador Natasha help you find the statement piece for you.
Yes, come and get you some of these, okay? Y'all can literally wear these every day. They go with any and everything, okay?
Everything. Yeah.
So come and get you some of these at least, okay? Tomorrow, if you are in the Dallas area, come on, drive out there. Take a little road trip, okay?
Yes.
Get you some coffee, get you some earrings, and and you can call it a day. You can say that your weekend was made, okay? So yes,
Mhm.
no, thank you so much. And if you don't mind, would you pray us out?
Yes, yes. All right. Father God, thank you for having us today, Lord. Thank you for this community, this fellowship on this call, Lord. Thank you for the opportunity to speak of your goodness in our life, Lord. The opportunities that you've given us, Lord, the seeds that you planted within us, Lord. I thank you for this platform that Natasha is using, Lord. Thank you, God, for allowing her to be a vessel, Lord, allowing her to speak to your people, Lord, and just shine a light on everything, Lord, that you're doing. We pray that everyone who attended today can leave this call inspired, and just excited to grow their relationship with you, Lord. These things that we're asking in your name. Amen. And thank you, Jesus.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. And y'all come out and see us tomorrow. Make sure y'all check us out online if you're in the Florida area. Um, also follow her. Okay. I'm going to put her, of course, tag her in all of the things, but follow her so you can find out about the upcoming events. But you can always purchase online as well. And just thank you and God bless you. Keep you, continue to make his face shine upon you and give you his everlasting peace. Thank you so much for
Thank
being a
you.
part of this. And I will talk to you soon.
Thank you, girl. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.